I've been sewing for over a decade, and here are 10 things that I would tell any beginner sewers. Number one, start simple. You don't need to sew a Pinterest-worthy dress as your first DIY. I actually have a free skirt pattern that is perfect for any beginner and a step-by-step video tutorial that walks you through every step of the way. Number two, you will mess up, and that is okay. Every failed project is actually a learning process, and that's the only way that any of us learned how to sew. There are countless projects that I messed up, but each of them taught me something and got me to where I am today. So don't be too hard on yourself. Number three, don't wait for the perfect sewing machine or to have all of the fancy tools that you see every other seamstress using. Start with the basics. I have a beginner sewing kit linked in my Amazon storefront that you guys can get the basics that you need to get started. Chances are you know someone in your family or extended family that has a sewing machine that they don't even use. To start with a basic sewing machine, you can make an ugly project on a $3,000 machine, and you can make a designer dress on a basic sewing machine. Number four, sewing patterns and sewing will confuse you at first, and that's normal. It takes time to get familiar with all the lingo and the language in sewing patterns. Just Google the words that you don't know and then look up how-to videos on how to do those specific sewing techniques like gathering or understitching. Little by little, you'll build your sewing knowledge, and then you'll be making some beautiful garments. Just take it one step at a time. Number five, always pre-wash your fabric. Cotton fabrics especially will shrink in the wash. So if you make something without pre-washing it, after you're done making it and you wash it, it's going to shrink. And it doesn't just have to apply to the cotton fabric. All fabrics are going to have like dyes and stiffening agents that are going to come off in the wash. So just make sure that you pre-wash your fabrics before you cut into them. Number six, fabric choice matters. Avoid slippery fabrics, silks, and things like that, especially as a beginner. Stick to the suggested fabrics on your pattern instruction. So indie pattern designers like myself, we always have suggested fabric. We also break it down in our sewing tutorials which fabrics you guys should choose. Once you become more advanced, you can kind of play outside of the realms of what is suggested, but as a beginner, stick to the suggested fabric. Number seven, your iron is actually your best friend as a seamstress. Pressing your seams throughout your sewing process is going to give you a much better product at the end. Press your fabrics throughout your sewing process, not just at the end. This is going to give you a really beautiful finished garment. Number eight, sewing is actually more than just sewing. You're going to spend a lot of time cutting out your fabrics, pinning your fabrics, pressing, and just overall figuring things out. A small portion of it is actually sewing. So just keep that in mind. You have to lay your fabrics out, lay your pattern pieces out, cut your pattern pieces out, transfer all of your marking, pin your fabrics together before you can actually even sew. Number nine, walk before you can run. Don't hack your patterns before you even know how to sew a simple garment. Make sure you sew the simple things first and then advance later on. Follow the instructions first. And number 10, you're doing better than you think. Sewing is a lifelong skill, and every failed project is actually making you stronger for the next project. So don't compare, just keep going, and you got this. See you next time. Bye.